Welcome to the Thriving Artist Podcast, where we share strategies and support for artists to thrive.
We know that the art world can feel like a lonely place, and we want to provide a network of support, impactful strategies, and an abundance of encouragement to help you grow your authentic art career.
We're your hosts. I'm Jamie Smith.
And I'm Kaylan Butine, and we are also the co-founders of the Thrive Together Network, a community of female and non-binary identifying artists and artists who are caregivers.
We truly believe in community over competition, and we're so glad you're here. Enjoy this episode.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Thriving Artist Podcast. I'm Kaylan Butine, one host of this podcast, and I have actually gotten multiple art shows from the body of work that I created during my last TTN art residency, which is very exciting.
I'm Jamie Smith. I'm your second host, and I find art residencies just help me prioritize my art making. They give me a focus that I feel like I can't really get in normal life, and I love them. I'm very, very obsessed. So in this episode, we wanted to explore 5 key reasons of why art residencies can boost your art career, because it's happened for both of us doing these. And this episode, of course, is in honor of our virtual art residency that we're planning. We're starting to plan for right now, and it happens for the entire month of February. And the virtual art residencies that we offer, we do one in the spring, which is now, and then one in the fall, and they're all included in your Thrive Together membership on the network, and they're all in our Thriving Artist map. It's like we planned it, Kaylan. It's like it all came together. And so we wanted to just share this episode because maybe you'll do art residency with us. We would love that. But maybe you're on the fence, you're thinking about it, or you want to apply for one. We want to tell you why they're super important. So Kaylan, why don't you start with explaining what an art residency is for anyone that may not know?
Yeah, so if you've seen art residencies as a buzzword kind of floating around, but you haven't really understood or gotten the clear picture of what one is, it is a program that provides artists with dedicated time and space to create their work. So art residencies have really been an integral part of artist development throughout the years. There's many different kinds of art residency programs, but kind of the goal is to create this structure where you're setting aside special time and space to focus on your art. Traditionally, art residencies are where artists go somewhere outside of their home, or they go to a new place and experience sort of a community or a special studio space, or nothing really special, just a set apart, time outside of their normal schedule and their normal location. But
I feel like we really felt, Kaylan, when we thought about our art residency experiences and what it traditionally is this just doesn't work for everyone, especially as caregivers. And I know, with Artist Mother podcast, you meet so many artist mothers that we can't always just pick up and go and have this special time, which sometimes we can, and that's amazing. So ours is a little bit unique because it's virtual.
Right. And, we're not the first, and certainly won't be the last, I'm sure, community to host a virtual artist residency. But we do, as Jamie said, really believe in that structure of you don't have to go somewhere special, but you can take what is beneficial about an art residency and create that structure within your own life. And actually, we believe that this format causes you to build great studio habits within the life that you already have, rather than it kind of feeling like this weird vacation where you're still working on your art. Our program at the Thrive Together Network is a 6-week program. So it is the month of February, like Jamie mentioned, but then we also have 2 weeks that always kind of go before those 4 work weeks, where we help you plan and set up for your residency in a really great way. I think that also is part of what makes our programming special, because many art residencies are like, okay, you got it. See you in Vermont in a year. And it's like, they don't give you support for how to plan. They don't tell you what you should bring. Like there's kind of, just a lack of communication from my experience of doing other residencies. And we are all about the communication and the support here. So
we won't leave you alone. So
no.
Yeah, join us.
So yeah, we love our program because it does offer you that flexibility, but you get to do it from your own home. And I will say too, the other thing about physical travel-based residencies is that you have to cart your stuff, and it's like so hard to pack up art supplies. Like there, it's just a challenge. So I love residencies overall. I like travel-based residencies, but I just think our virtual residency is also just very special. So you can learn more about our program. We're going to talk about it a little bit more throughout this episode, but you can actually find out the logistics at thrivetogethernetwork.com. And please make plans to join us. We're starting up very soon, next week. But let's jump into our episode. Jamie, do you want to start us off with 5 ways an art residency can boost your art career?
Yes. And number 1 is uninterrupted focus and dedicated time. So we don't always get this. Let's be honest. It can be challenging in daily routine to kind of have dedicated time, but also this focus that we're talking about. But because this is a setup program, it's encouraging you to really set that time aside to focus. There is a beginning and there's an end. And I think that is so motivating because it can give this time constraint really helps dedicate, push for this dedication and this focus. And we actually spend a whole week before the residency planning out materials and planning for this focus, which I really need. And that really helps me kind of stick to the program. And I feel like the people around me can understand too that, this is 6 weeks. It's a good chunk of time to get it into it and not lost in the weeds, but it also, it will go quick. And so people can kind of get on board with that.
Absolutely. So another way that art residencies can boost your art career is actually the idea of global reach. So many art residencies that you participate in, particularly ours, because we are virtual and we have artists all over the world, they open you up to connect with new artists and new audiences, right? So you kind of get to transcend, your typical boundaries of your life that you live, your community that you live in, and you get exposure from, you get to access different perspectives. You get multiple cultural influences of different people just across the world, across different communities, who you're going to form connections with because you're participating in a residency that has kind of brought you together and created its own form of community. So we think that part of residencies is really special, both about our program and any residency that you participate in. We actually currently have artists from all over the world who join our virtual art residency at TTN. So it's just a really great way to boost your career by getting some more global reach out of your residency.
And number 3, I think this is so important in how a residency can really boost your career. It's proving that you have time for art. And I think this is really special when you do a virtual one and that you've set this time aside, and it's building these habits that really prove to you that you can balance your life, your personal commitments, and a residency with art making at the same time. And we hope that it's a ripple effect that will go beyond the residency. And again, this sort of like habit building. And we've seen this happen, the ripple effect for our members. And so we really believe that whether you go away and show yourself that you can make art or you do something virtually like we offer, that it really will show you how big of an impact it can make on your life to make that time happen.
So number 4 in our episode 5 ways an art residency can boost your career is that we believe that art residencies offer you active community support. During our virtual art residency, we meet each week on Tuesday for our Art and Tea check-ins, which are actually part of our programming throughout the whole year. But during the 4 during the 6 weeks of our virtual residency program, it's all about the residency. So you get to come on Tuesdays and join the Zoom call and kind of connect with other artists who are all building their plan, who are doing their prep, who are busy in the studio, and you get to encourage each other. We always utilize breakout sessions. If you've ever been on a Zoom call that has breakout sessions, so you actually be split off into small groups and get to connect with artists from around the world. So we really think this, these weekly meetings can help push us to connect and provide that community support that brings a lot of accountability and keeps you motivated.
Well, it's so special when you're all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that it's hard as adults. Typically, people are always doing their own thing. And so it's nice to be part of a group that we are working towards this goal of doing this residency together. And that leads me into our fifth way an art residency can boost your art career. Number 5 is it's building your artist CV.
Yes.
So you can put that this residency happened and put it on your CV. And then one thing we're adding in that has been really exciting is our virtual artist showcase. So this is on our website. Artists from the residency can submit a piece of work that they made during this time. And then we put it into a beautiful gallery, and other curators and artists can look at it, and it sits up there until our next residency. So we're really proud of that. It also offers a way to have another thing on your CV, part of this show. And we also like to feature our members on social media and just, really try to, as much as we can, build a wider audience for our members, especially when they've committed to such an amazing experience with us.
Totally. Well, there you have it, fellow artists. 5 reasons why an art residency can help boost your career. There's so many other reasons, but we think, the 5 that we mentioned here are some of the big game-changing ones. So we would love for you to join us. You can head to thrivetogethernetwork.com. There's still time to get signed up for our virtual art residency program. You can become a member of the network for $45 a month, or if you actually sign up to spend a year with us, you save quite a bit. I think almost $150 on your membership. So
it basically means you're paying about $32 a month instead of the $45. And we also love the idea of you committing to a year of thriving with us. And that's Absolutely. What the Thriving Artist Map is all about. It's really a cohesive, holistic look at what it means to be an artist for a year. So something to think about, a New Year's resolution, perhaps.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Jamie and we are always here for you. We are cheering you on, and we believe in the work you are doing as thriving artists. Thanks for listening.